Okay, so tonight we are continuing with the midah of emet, the midah of truth, in the thought of Rebbe Nachman from Breslov, and really tonight I want to speak about a different angle, a different kind of emet. To be honest, last time we spoke about being truthful and not as opposed to having an ego, as opposed to just being interested in winning, but actually to search for the objective truth. And tonight I want to speak about something even more important, perhaps. Let's back up a little bit. And we brought from the Gemara that Chazal say that the difference between emet and sheker is that emet stands. Emet stands as opposed to sheker that lies, that it falls. Okay. In other words, that like I'll tell you a lie. Okay. that this year for the first time, I did 5K marathon in the Jerusalem marathon. Right? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It's a lie. Okay. I didn't do it. Okay. I was doing shopping for Shabbos. Okay. I wasn't there at all. Okay. So this lie that last Friday I was doing the Jerusalem marathon. So that where is this? Where that you can look high and low for me running in the marathon, and I won't be there, right? Like maybe I meant a different year. Maybe like you're looking at all the other videos of all the different. You're looking at all the, and it's nowhere. It's nowhere. So the difference between something as opposed to something true. So truth has a backing, meaning that it's backed by the facts. It's backed by the reality. Okay, so the definition, just like the definition of something true, is something that has a backing in reality, and the definition of something false is something that has no backing in reality. Okay, so this is what Chazal is saying when it says that kush takai, when it says that emet stands. What it means is that it has something to stand on, as opposed to sheker that has nothing. It's floating because it has no basis. Okay, it doesn't really exist. Okay, so being a truthful person is being in touch with reality. Being a person with an alternative reality, being a person with an imaginary reality. So you're living a fake life. You're living something that doesn't have any basis. So there's two kinds of basis that we're looking for. Okay. So last time we were talking about this objective truth, like to think about what is truth, like, and to try to live my life and to find my path according to an objective truth. Okay, as opposed to doing whatever I'm in the mood to do. Okay, that to be a person that I believe that there is a truth, and I want to be in sync with that truth. Okay, this is the ABCs of Judaism. Okay, this is the ABCs of wisdom, of everything that, like a lot of people. It's a difficult concept for a lot of people to hear, that there's such a thing as objective truth, that there's such a thing as like some higher standards that we're trying to live in according to. In fact, there's a whole, I don't think we spoke about this, like there's a whole philosophy, there's a whole school of thought called postmodernism, that the idea being that there is no such thing as truth. Okay, the truth is something which is, like there's two kinds of postmodernism. There's a postmodernism that doesn't believe in the concept of truth, and there's a softer postmodernism that says that there is a theoretical objective truth, but it has no relevance to us because there's no way to tap into it. Okay, so at best we can only find like our personal, our subjective truths, our personal truths. Like I was once speaking to a group of Israelis, and I asked them like, what's emet? And they said, and like their knee-jerk reaction was, "Ma ze emet? Kol echad yesh lo et emet shel atzmo." Everybody, how dare you ask that question of what is truth? Like, there cannot be a public forum about what is truth because everybody has their own truth, and that's that. Okay, and that's a very, and we're expected, and that there can't be in this postmodern thought, there can't be this expectation that anybody's going to live up to any objective truth. It's just wrong. So this is what we're fighting against. This is the evil of postmodernism. the evil of postmodernism, that there's no such thing as truth. And so, of course, that a real postmodernist, you can have an argument with them about anything in the world, and they'll tell you, and they'll bring you facts, and they'll bring you proofs, and they'll show you 20,000 reasons why something is right, and they'll say, okay, but that's your opinion. And it breaks down it crumbles the concept of any rational conversation, because there's like, it doesn't matter if you proved it to me until you're blue in the face. Like, I'll just say, okay, that's your subjective opinion. That's I don't have to care about that, and I'll just be and you guys are just colonizers and genociders, and I'm not gonna, and that's my opinion, and don't tell me that I'm wrong. This is the concept of truth, and living up to this objective truth. So that's the basic idea of truth, and this is really the basic idea of I think everything of God. This is a way to come to God, to be honest. And the truth is that it says that Chotamo shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu Emet, that the Hashem's seal is truth, and in a certain sense, the definition of living a true life is living in accordance with God's reality. Okay, or in other words, I once had a rabbi that this was like his thing. Like, this is like the thing that he was always talking about, was that to actually exist means to be living in accordance with God's reality. And if you're not living in accordance with God's reality, so then you don't really exist. You're living an imaginary life. You're pretending to exist. But that's not really existing. Really existing requires that I'm on the same page as the objective reality, which is the reality of Hashem. Okay, so I know, it's just like, it hit me very hard. Like, I don't mean to play it down. It's just like, because it really made it, like, it really inspired me very deeply. That like this thought that as much as I'm in sync with Hashem, I'm in touch with reality. I'm living a real life. As much as I'm not in touch with Hashem, so I'm like, like, if a person's is gonna like, the person's not gonna believe in I don't know. For some reason, the only thing that comes to mind right now is coronavirus, but person, which I don't want to say because I'm sort of on that page. I'm joking, but like I don't believe in it as much as other people believe in it. but a person is not going to believe. A person is not going to believe that that we're in a war with Hamas. Okay, a person is not going to be like, oh, come on, those Arabs, they're so sweet. Like it's you're living. A person could live in oblivion. A person could live in this like happy-go-lucky life that without ever without being in touch with reality, and they might actually survive, and they might actually live, but there's something really false, really just off about their entire existence because they're not in touch with reality. So really, in that same sense, that a person that's not in touch with Hashem's reality, so there's something very, very off about their entire existence. Yeah.
Does everyone have like an equal ability to be in touch with reality?
Hold on. First of all, we're talking about objective reality.
Okay.
Objective reality.
I'm talking about that.
Objective reality, sure. Of course.
Everyone has an equal opportunity?
Of course. You can come to Rabbi Kelstein's class. You can Google
what
is reality.
In, like, rural Alabama.
Yeah. Google what is reality. What is reality?
Yeah. Georgia, I don't know.
Okay, so maybe not. That's. But objectively, yes. Objectively, it's there. Objective reality is there to be discovered. Okay. So that's the first part of reality, and that's the first thing about being a true person, as opposed to just like there's an expression, like I think an ostrich just like buries its head in the ground, and then everything's good, and like a baby that like when they cover their eyes, they think you can't see them. So like right. So there's a kind of person who's living in oblivion, and like I often say that that there's the expression that ignorance is bliss. right? That Judaism absolutely denies that. Judaism absolutely says ignorance is cursed. Ignorance is absolutely cursed because
Where does
when you,
it say that?
what?
Where does it say that?
It's the whole
No, I'm not questioning you.
the whole thing about emet. The concept
In the
of
Torah, it says?
it says to look for emet, to stay away from falsehood, that living in an alternative reality, living in this ignorance of reality is like the biggest mistake you can make, right? So the ignorance is really cursed. Like to be like you could be if I don't know that life is serious, if I don't know that that there's consequences to my actions, if I don't know that all the simple rules of being a responsible human being, like don't play with fire, look both ways before I cross the street, it's like if I'm if I'm ignorant, so then I'm gonna be messed up. I'm gonna get hurt, right? And like the more mature you get, the more you realize that there's more and more rules that are annoying. Okay, but if you but
So you're looking at the camera or something
so the more that you get, the more that we learn, the more things there are that can mess with us, that can unfortunately make things a little bit more uncomfortable. But on the other hand, they're going to get us in touch with reality. They're going to get us in sync. They're going to get us in line with the true reality. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's being in touch with Hashem's reality. Okay, with Hashem's emet. Okay, and today I want to bring this to a new place. This is starting with the midrash that Rebbe Nachman brings down. But it's a famous midrash. You might have heard of it. It says that before Hashem created the world, so he took advice with all the angels. Okay, he took advice with the angels. And this is, of course, what it means in the Torah when it says Nasa Adam. It says, let us make man. So, like everybody asks, what's us? I thought there's only one God. So Chazal say that it says when it's the us is that he was taking advice with his angels. So with the different forces and the different forces of the spiritual world. So it says that who were the angels that he was taking advice with? So one of the angels was the angel of Emet. So he asked Emet, should we create man? And he said, no, don't create man, because man is kulosh karim. Man is always lying. Okay, and then he asked Chesed, should I create man? He said, sure, yes, you should create man. Man does Chesed. And then he asked justice, Tzedek, should I create man? So he says, yes, man is good. Man likes to look for justice. And then they asked peace. They asked Shalom, should I create man? And he said, no, don't create man. Man is always fighting. So it was a stalemate. It was 2 against 2. So it says, what did Hashem do? He took a mat and he threw it down to the ground. Vatashlech emes arza. He threw emes to the ground, to the aretz. Kayem hashenemar emet me'eretz titzmach. That the truth will sprout from the land. Okay, that's a pasuk in Iyov. That there's so on a simple level, so it was a problem. It was 2 against 2, and so then he got rid of one. He got rid of Emet. So now it's 2 against. Now it's 2 against 1. So that's why he decided to create man. Okay, but on a deeper level, so what Hashem was saying was that I need this. The Emet needs a therapist. Okay, I mean this Emet is problematic. Emet needs to rewire himself, because the Emet that was talking, so he's too problematic. Okay, that first Emet, that's the Emet of Hashem. Okay, it's a pasuk says Hashem Elokim Emet. Okay, we say in Shema, Hashem Elokechem Emet. So the Emet of Hashem, that's intense. That's intense. Okay, so it's really hard to be in comparison with Hashem's Emet. So then we're goners. We're like, so that's why Hashem threw down that Emet, and he said, that Emet is too intense for us. So I'm going to throw it down, and then we're going to create a softer Emet. Okay, that's the Emet which is going to sprout from the ground. Emet me'eretz titzmach. Okay, so that is the Emet that I want to speak about today, and being a truthful person in the terms of being truthful to our personal emet. Okay, and this is something that I think is very appropriate that we're speaking about tonight. That it's my father's Eretz, because I think he was very into this. He very much had his own truth. He very much didn't care what anybody thought, and he was very into being aligned with his personal truth and way in life. So the the truth is, we've spoken about this before in one of the classes about Simcha. So we spoke about that really, if you want to be happy, the only way to be happy is if you're going to be true to yourself. If you're going to live a fake life, so then you're going to end up resenting it. But tonight I want to speak about it from a different perspective. That it's not just from the perspective of that I want to be true to myself because it's healthy for me. That from tonight I want to speak about the perspective that I want to be true to myself because otherwise I'm not being true. Like it's actually lacking in my emet. It's being lacking in my being a real person if I'm not going to be true to myself. Okay, so how could a person not be true to himself? How could a person not be true to himself? So I want to speak about two things. First of all, that sometimes we have a tendency to want to show off. Okay. And the other thing that I want to speak about is that sometimes we have a tendency to want to fit in. Okay? These are two things that Rebbe Nachman speaks about. The two things that are fighting against our ability to be true to ourselves, that are causing us to really live fake lives. Okay? We spoke about this briefly last time, that one of the things that people regret the most before they die is that they didn't live authentic lives. Is the fact that they feel like I didn't live my own life. I lived somebody else's desires for me. I lived somebody else's aspirations. I married the kind of person that somebody else thought I was supposed to marry. I lived the kind of life I was telling one of I think in your class, I was telling about this girl that she got. That she got super she was trying to find her path but she ended up in a very very super Hasidish environment. What?
I remember this.
And she and they were convincing her that this is the only way, and they have to really suppress yourself and suppress all of the parts of yourself that you thought were real. They tell you it's just your Yetzirah, and you have to really just become a very cookie cutter kind of person and dress it a certain way and talk a certain way, and she was really just choking, but she was suppressing it because her mind believed them, and her mind believed that yes, now I'm really being holy, and she really convinced herself that she's being so holy, and then until some point she snapped, and she said, no, this is not what I want. This is and that led to a whole sad continuation of the story, which involves getting divorced and becoming not religious at all, and whatever, it really messed her over, the fact that she lost touch with herself at some point, and she allowed people to convince her to lose touch with herself, and that's the thing that Rebbe Nachman is warning us against. Okay, there's one thing of showing off, the one thing of fitting in. Now, it's important to note that there's a difference between these two things, because when it comes to showing off, that's something that we can say that's treif. That's the showing off is something which we can just eradicate from our systems. Fitting in, however, it's dangerous, but it's not. It's something which is necessary. It's something which is necessary. Okay, I was speaking to somebody recently about that. She was whatever. She has some kind of I don't know. She has something wrong with her. That's and she knows that she has something wrong with her. That causes her to not fit into any social settings. Okay, and she refuses to medicate, and she refuses to try to fit in because it's painful for her to try to fit in. So in her words, her only options are to have a friend group of I forgot the word, neurodivergent people. Okay?
What is
So,
that?
what?
What is that?
Neurodivergent? Having divergencies in your neurology.
Well, other people with problems, basically.
Yeah. She's basically saying that I can't be part of normal society. Right?
People that are similar to her.
Right. So I told her, I'm not sure if I agree with you. I think that being part of society is so important that maybe it's worth doing something to be able to be part of normal society. And so that's why and she was really saying these words of Rebbe Nachman, that I want to be myself. I don't feel healthy unless I'm being myself. But if being yourself causes you to have no friends, so then it's not worth it, So that's why when it comes to the first thing, so we can say that it's treif. The showing off is the desire for glory, the desire for people to look up to you. We can try to get rid of that. But the second thing, it's going to have to be more delicate. That was just the intro. Okay, so that.
I think she does have a friend group. It sounds like she does hang out with people that.
Not really. No, I asked her. I pressed her. Do you have? She's pretty alone in the world. Yeah. So. Huh?
Yeah, give her
her
our numbers.
Okay.
Very sure.
So I want to start. So I want.
What's my number?
Yeah, he has it.
So I want to read you something, but what Rebbe Nachman says, how he describes an ish emet, how he describes a truthful person. I'm reading to you from Likutei Moharan, Siman Reish Nun Aleph. V'da, she'ish emet, a man of truth, a person of truth. Dahainu she'oseh mitzvot b'shlemut uv'chol hadikdukim beino levein kono, that he does mitzvahs the exact same way, with completion, with perfection, with all of the nuances, when it's just him and God. This exact same way that he is meticulous when he's around other people. Because this is what it means to be a truthful person. Okay, so this is an important thing. He's saying that they have a person who's a fake, meaning that if he's just by himself, if he's just davening by himself, so then he either doesn't daven at all, or he just davens very quickly. But when he's in shul, so then he closes his eyes and he shakes very much, and he turns beet red, and sometimes he'll cry out, that and he'll put his hands up and he'll I don't know, I'm thinking of a particular person right now that he I don't know, it's just so these people just they disgust me so much, because you can tell that they like that people are looking at them and they're saying, "Whoa, you're so holy," and so
I knew that though.
I can tell. I have a good eye for this. And there's this other guy that everything is dramatic, and he's my what? So with Balshuva syndrome, you have to be careful. Some of it is real. Some of it is real. With Balshuva syndrome, it starts from a real place. It starts from a real place. The problem is some people, for example, whenever you're going to do something which is not the norm, so you have to be so careful to think am I doing this because I like the fact that people are looking at me and they're saying, whoa, that's super fro. That is next level. That's so you can have a person, for example, there's yeshiva in the old city called Zolberman's, where the boys there, they wear tefillin the whole day. Okay, so in that yeshiva, that's the norm. Okay, why did they do it? They do it because their rabbi said, based on his understanding of halacha, that really is a mitzvah to wear tefillin the whole day. So if it's a mitzvah, so it's a way to come close to Hashem. And they used to wear tefillin the whole day, and it's not really clear when and why the custom stopped. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it. The way I understand halacha, we're supposed to be wearing tefillin the whole day, and at some point the custom stopped. So that's your problem. Like, I'm gonna do what I think Hashem wants me to do. Okay. So the same thing, like with tcheles, in tzitzis. Like the Zilbermans also, they all wear tcheles for the same reason. That look, it says in the Torah you're supposed to wear tcheles, so we don't. Why don't we?
Wait, what is that?
It's the blue string and the tzitzis.
Oh.
Okay, it says in the Torah you're supposed to wear it, right? Here, this is. I wear, yeah. So they haven't been doing it for the past 2,000 years, but why? That's their problem. Like if we have it and it makes sense that it's what Hashem wants me to do, so I'm going to do it. So whenever you're going to do something which is not the norm, so you have to really be careful. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I like the attention that I get, or am I doing it because I really think that this is what Hashem wants me to do, right? So if you're in a situation, if you're in Zilberman's yeshiva, that everyone is wearing tefillin the whole day, so of course you don't feel like nobody's looking at you. Really, nobody's looking at you, right? So, but if you're going to say, okay, but I read about it and I heard about it and I like that, and I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to be the only guy in my entire yeshiva that wears tefillin the whole day, because this is true. Because it's your problem. Why? I don't know. Why? What do you mean? Why am I wearing it? Why aren't you wearing it? And you can really be really convinced that you're right, but really, but really deep down, you're covering up a desire to be different. You're covering up a desire for attention. You're covering up a desire that people are looking at you. And
I feel like, like you said, in Judaism, you want to do what's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the truth is, according to Allah, that you're supposed to wear tefillin the whole day, then even if you are doing it to kind of make a statement, then shouldn't you still do it anyways? Because that's what's expected and commanded of us.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference. There's a difference between making a statement and looking for attention. Okay, making a statement means that that this is what Hashem wants everybody to do, and I'm making this as a demonstration. Okay. Looking for attention, on the other hand, is that I don't really care. Like, if it would be the opposite, if the norm would be to yes wear, and I'm gonna make part of the protest not to wear. So I'll convince myself that that's really what Hashem wants. It's not that a person is looking for attention, so that's treif.
So it's the intention, basically.
Right? Meaning, obviously, if I'm the only person in my city that's keeping Shabbos, so the reason I'm keeping Shabbos is because I know that Hashem wants me to keep Shabbos. It's not that I like attention. Now, for some people, it's very easy because some people are built the opposite, right? It could be that part of why I so detest these people is because I'm actually naturally the opposite, that I hate attention. Okay, and I like the thought that somebody's looking at me at all just terrifies me. So it's probably that's probably why my YouTube channel isn't so good. If I would like I looked this I saw this video once about manifestation, that if you deep down you have a belief that being rich is bad, so that belief is actually holding you back from becoming rich. And if you so it could be that the reason why I'm not famous is because I really deep down I'm terrified of being famous and I hate being so maybe I have to work on this. Maybe but so 204 miss.
That was a test.
So that yes. So that if I'm really just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, of course you should. So if I'm really just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so then that's doing it for the truth, right? If I'm doing it because I like attention, so then that's truth. Okay. So that how do I know if I'm real or not? How do I act when it's just me and God? That's what Rebbe Nachman says. That if I want to know if I'm a true person, so if I do the exact same thing when nobody is watching, so then that shows that that's real. That shows that I'm not a fake person. If when it's just me and God, so I do it a different way, and when I'm in front of other people, so I do it whoa. So then that proves that I am a fake human being. Okay, and I just like attention, and nothing I'm doing is real. Okay, so that's a real like thing that should shake some people, and now so once again the problem is that we're, of course we know this deep down. We know that it's we know that this is a disgusting thing to just need attention. So we convince ourselves that we're really real, that we're really true about it, and then that's what means, like, there's levels of truth. There's people who are like really, really true, and people who are like sort of true. So the person who's sort of true, so he's gonna know that in order to be a true person, I need to do this when I'm by myself. And that's why I'm going to convince myself to do it when I'm even by myself. But really, the whole reason why I'm doing it when I'm by myself is to validate the fact that when I do it in front of other people, I get the attention. Right? Understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is...
Do you notice this a lot in, like, the religious world?
I'm sorry?
Do you notice this a lot? Is this a common thing?
This is the common thing in the human world. This is not Emet is not a Jewish midah per se. It's just Judaism is
like just
experts
someone,
in
like, pretending to be more spiritual than they are?
There's people who are... This is true about anything. This is
Instagram.
the world of Hollywood. The world of being fake. The world of parenting.
Yeah, like telling your kid to do something and then doing something different. Like, your kid
Okay,
can't
also.
have ice cream, but you can have ice cream. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah.
Okay, no, that also, I don't think it's coming, but that's not coming from a place of seeking attention. I'm talking about the world of Hollywood, the world
So
of...
different than the
social
religious
media.
world if we're
There was-
talking about.
There was this, who was it? That there was this comedian, Ellen something? DeGeneres, yeah? They're like she came out that like she was like, she had this like pose as like being the nicest person, and then like came out that like she was the most disgusting person, and like so like you have this like, but really that's the whole world of Hollywood. Like it's all a world of fake. It's all a world of like, the world of glamour is that like we pretend that we're nice people and we're like gracious people and we're sensitive people and we care about other people and like, but really like when we're just by ourselves, so like stay away, like I'm toxic. And that's the world of, that's called being a fake person. Okay, that when I'm different, when the spotlight is on me, when I know that I'm being watched, when I know that right, the truth is that this is really that the whole world of social media is the same thing. Like the people that present themselves to be living this glamorous life and this happy life and this everything, and deep and between and really between them themselves, they're lonely, they're depressed, they're suicidal, they make this fake life for themselves. Again, this is the first idea of emet, which is to kill this desire to show off, because this is really the opposite of emet. Okay, so and this like I said, this is absolutely treif. Okay, so really, if you want to be a true person, you need to delete your Instagram. Okay, really the whole world of social media is really based on this sheker, based on this world of sheker. Okay.
So as soon as you delete it, you're good.
What?
As soon as you delete it, you're good.
As soon as then you're good. Then you go straight to Olam Haba.
I already deleted mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete
Then
it.
you're going straight to
It's
Olam
not
Haba.
true.
You're
I'm a
true.
good person.
You're a true person.
I'm on the
Okay.
way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next step. Tick tock.
I already deleted
I
that.
deleted that.
Wow.
I've done all the steps.
I can't get rid of these.
Okay. So this is now on a deeper level. So this guy that he needs attention. So where's it coming from? And this really circles back to being a true person. That people that constantly need validation from the outside. So where does it come from? Obviously, it comes from a lack of believing in themselves, right? Man, that if they would really believe in their own worth, then they wouldn't thrive on getting however many likes they want, or however many applause to get. That if I really know my own worth, I don't need to hear it from the outside. Okay, so I wouldn't need to present this. Like it does. It's silly. It's really silly. It's really worthless. People are admiring me for something I'm not. So it's like it can't really make me feel good on the inside. It's just is this fake feeling of validation, and I'm willing to forget about the fact that it's fake because at least it's something. Now, why would I do something so messed up? It's only because on the inside I feel empty. On the inside I don't believe in myself, and that's why I need somebody to tell me that I'm worth something. Okay, and that's why I'm willing to play this game with myself, just so that somebody will tell me that I'm okay. Okay, so really the source of this problem is actually that I'm not true to myself. That I don't really believe in myself, and that's why I need this constant validation from the outside. Okay,
It's not so much disgusting, it's like sad. I wouldn't say it's like disgusting if someone is going through something like that. You know what I mean? If they're feeling empty inside and they're seeking attention, I think it's coming from a place of like need.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. No,
We'll change the word.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if they're self-aware of it, that's more a problem. If they're not aware, then.
But I feel like as someone who's self-aware, they'll take the steps to hopefully work on it. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. No, everyone also has a different
I'm too
lexicon. Like
optimistic
everyone,
these days.
like I feel like it's a different lexicon. Like everyone kind of defines words in a different way. So.
What kind of words are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like in every situation, everyone could use words that they mostly relate to, and maybe what you were trying to say is what are the words that you use, like that's.
Oh, you mean like in terms of meaning
Just the words you
disgusting versus sad?
Yeah.
No. What Hannah's saying is that there's something like it's not so disgusting because it's really they're in pain. I should feel bad for them.
Right.
And she's right. Yeah, it's a beautiful way to look at
Oh,
it.
no one's ever told me I'm right.
Yeah.
Here, have some.
L'chaim, yes. So okay, so that's point number one. That's point number one. Okay, so this is the desire to show off. And so once again, so the litmus test to know if we're being true is that how do we do things when no one is looking? Okay, I saw once like a thing like it's a good habit. It's a good habit to develop is to do something nice that nobody's going to know about. To do something nice just for the sake of doing something nice. That I'm not going to get any credit for it. Nobody's ever going to know that I helped this person. It was completely anonymous. It was when nobody was looking, and that's a beautiful way to really develop this trait for real, because that's the only way that I can do it for real. Okay? So yeah. Now I want to move on to the second point, which is a little bit more complicated, and this is something that Rebbe Nachman talks about in Torah Samech Vav. He's over here in Torah Samech Vav. He's referring to a Gemara that it says in the Gemara in Brachas that Kevan shenitzrach adam labriot mishtana panav kikrum lekama gvanim. When a person is needy of other people, so then his face changes like some kind of spice to many different colors. His face changes many different colors when he becomes needy. Okay, so on a simple level, on a pshat level, so it's referring to a person that has financial needs. Meaning that it's humiliating to be a beggar. I think the simple understanding of the Gemara is simply that it's humiliating to be a beggar, and when a person needs to ask for money, so then he feels very, very, very humiliated. Okay, like there was a Rebbe that said once that if someone's asking for tzedakah and they're obnoxious about it, so that's a telltale sign that they're a con artist.
That they what?
A con artist. That they aren't really real.
Oh yeah.
Because if they would really be real,
Well, what's real anyway? If anyone's asking for tzedakah, it's their
real as a needy person. There's people who are actually needy.
Outside, that's what, like I'm just thinking there's a lot of people who ask for tzedakah in Jerusalem.
And a lot of them,
And a lot of them are persistent, but I still feel like it's fine to give to them because that's their job, kind of. That's how they make money. Like, in a way. No, meaning like.
if they have enough money, if they have enough money, or they could be working, and just they realized at some point that this makes more money than minimum wage, so they'd rather do it. So it's absolutely not okay. A person, when you're, like, if he would come to you and tell you the truth, and say, "Hey, begging for money makes more than working at the clothing store. So could I have some money?"
That they're doing it, so that's their life. Or it's sad to ask.
Maybe it's not embarrassing for them.
For them, it's not.
But how am I supposed to know? Like, I'm just
So
gonna
that-
do whoever.
So that's what the Brisker Rebbe said, that if a person that comes with a certain humility, that they look sad that they're in need, then it could be that they're legit. Then it could, if they're telling you, like, people that ask you for money, they're claiming some kind of story that that's why they need money. So if that's really a sad situation, then they would be humble. If they're just that, how dare you not give to me, like, whatever, like. I once gave a person 2 shekel, and I said, no, I don't have room in my hand for 1 shekel coins. That's right.
Yeah, they do that.
So that means that they are con artists. If they would actually be in need, if they actually,
Shouldn't be choosing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lady
Yeah.
had a shock. She was like harassing.
She rubbed my back. I was
And then when I gave it to her, she was telling me that she was like an arrow, and it's we're all together. And then when she went to another store, they like chased after her to leave. Like everybody, I only.
remember there was a guy in Yeshiva once that would go around. He would say, "Tzedakah tatzil mimavet, tzedakah tatzil mimavet." What? Basically, the pasuk says that giving tzedakah will save you from death. So he said, and then he would, if you wouldn't give,
From him.
and then if you wouldn't give, he said, "Sorry, I don't have." Mishalon noten tzedakah, mavet.
Maybe he's like mentally unstable.
Very possibly,
I
but
bet that
I
works.
wish
what?
That approach works in a lot of people.
Yes. So
Years.
that's the simple understanding. The simple understanding of this Gemara is that it's humiliating to be needy, to be a beggar, which is a healthy thing. It's a healthy to have the self dignity that I don't want to be a beggar.
We
Okay?
need beggars. We need to be able to give to people.
True, but we shouldn't be the beggars.
We shouldn't promote it.
we should-
but-
Shouldn't
it's-
strive to
We shouldn't strive to be a beggar. It's objectively a humiliating thing. It's like a person. It's okay to fail, but it's embarrassing to fail.
Sometimes I see like normal looking people who are like sitting and asking for money.
It always bothers me. It always
I don't know if
it
it's
boggles my
like a
mind.
mental issue or
Is it a mental issue? Is your husband abusing you and he's forcing you to do this? And like, I don't know. It's I don't.
Sometimes they have like a piece of paper with like whatever.
Yeah, it's not hard for a normal person to need lots of money, because it could be that he has mental things, medical things. It could be that he got involved with the mafia. It could be that things could happen.
Yeah, but
Um,
yes, it's not good.
Anyway, so Rebbe Nachman says. So Rebbe Nachman wants to take this to a deeper level. Okay, he wants to give a Hasidic explanation as to what this means, and that is that the problem is that to be needy means that I have needs from society. So when I have needs from society, so that forces me to change the color of my face, because it could be that the color of my face was rainbow, but because I need you guys, and because if you're not going to come to my class, so I'm going to be here feeling like an idiot. I'm embarrassed to talk to the camera by myself, okay? Even though it could be that thousands of people would be listening. So I need you guys, and I know that if I'm gonna be my rainbow self, so then nobody's gonna want to hear me. So I have to tell you what you want to hear. I have to change myself in accordance to what my society expects from me. Okay, I have to talk the talk, walk the walk. Okay, I have to become one of you.
Don't worry, you're
And,
not doing that.
Don't
and
rainbow.
and don't be rainbow. and so that's what it means. Panav nishtaim. That's what when it says this his face changes color. What it means is that because I need you, and because I need you, so first of all, it could be financially. It could be that it's certainly true. Person that needs help financially from somebody. That means that when I'm going to show up to a certain job, okay, when I need this job, okay, I'm desperate for a job. It's already the end of the month, and I'm almost at the end of my savings, and I'm renting an apartment, and I have to pay up every month. I need this job, okay, and so I show up to the interview, and so I know that in this job, so if you say I like Donald Trump, so then they will show you the exit. Okay, and so when they ask me who are you voting for the next elections, so it's probably illegal to ask such a person thing on an interview, right?
Mhm.
So okay, but sometimes people do illegal things, and so if they would ask me, so if I would say I want to be true to myself. I want to be a ish emet. Then I'm gonna lose my job. Right? I'm really throwing this opportunity in the garbage. Right? So certainly on a financial level, it's certainly true that we're going to condition ourselves to be likable for the purpose of money. Okay, we're going to be we're going to be not true to ourselves for the purpose of money. And this is like the way we dress, the way we talk, right? We're gonna dress a certain way to an interview, the way that we think that they expect us to dress, the way that it's gonna be good. And this is certainly true, right? And it starts from the fact that we need them. But then it continues. That even if you don't need them financially, but there's other needs. That I need my status in society. Okay, because I need to feel part of the world, so that my panav nishtanim, so my face, the color of my face changes. Okay, this is the exact same thing. That I'm going to that just for the purpose of fitting in, so I'm going to be a little bit less true to myself. Okay, and this is called not being emet. This is called being a fake person. This is called that I want, like I'm in a situation of that people are davening like a certain way, so I be like them. Being a chameleon. Okay, and being a person that does just, I'll be whatever you want me to be. Okay, and this is a dangerous thing. This is like what I was speaking about before about like this. It's the social pressures to act in a certain way, social pressures to talk in a certain way, to think in a certain way, and it trains us to be fake people. It really trains us to be unreal people. And this is precisely the things that we're going to regret before we die. That we live these fake lives. And why did we do it? We did it because somebody else decided that this is what you need. And so what's the solution? So what's the solution? The solution that Rebbe Nachman says, the solution is really hinted to in this statement of Chazal, that the problem is that you are nitzrach labriot. The problem is that you think that you need them. That you think that you need to fit in with them. Okay. And so I mentioned before that it's a delicate question, because in a certain sense we do need them. In a certain sense we actually do need to be part of society. Okay? And so that's why there's always going to be this question that is this worth fighting about? Okay, meaning that it's actually okay to do things which are stupid as long as they aren't integral things. Okay, for example, integral things. Okay, like for example, dress codes. Okay, so let's say I love the concept of sandals. Okay, and I like it. That why should, like, it's so great that your feet can breathe, and it's like, who says that we have to whatever, and it's so uncomfortable, dress shoes and whatever, and like white shirts. Oh, come on, it's like white shirt. It's so easy to get stained. It's so easy to get dirty, and like it's such a bland color in the first place, and I have critique on every element of my dress code. Okay, so I'm going to go to some Haredi community and say, hey guys, I love the way you practice Judaism. I'm one of you. And they're going to say, cool. What's with the sandals? And I'm going to say, yeah, I used to wear shoes like you, but then I thought to myself, like, what the heck? Sandals is so much cooler, and it's so much more comfortable. Try it, you'll see. And they'll say, no, we're good. Maybe I know a great shul for you on the other side of town, and like it's not going to go so well, right? Because every society, every single community has these social norms, and for whatever reason, it doesn't have to make sense. It oftentimes you probably maybe doesn't make sense, but they have these social norms, and so panav nishtaya, I'm going to change in order to fit in. Okay. So when is it a good thing? When is it a bad thing? Right. So the answer is that what is it that I'm changing? Am I changing something which is the essence of me, or am I changing something which is superficial? Okay. So if you're doing something which is superficial, so then great. What do I care? What do I care? Rebbe Nachman has a story called the Maaseh Mibal Tefillah, where he writes that they had this clan, they had this group of people that clothing was unimportant to them. They wore whatever. They wore whatever it was necessary. Like somebody once asked me, like if you would you that somebody asked me for real, like would you take a position as rabbi if the kind of rabbi that they wanted was only a rabbi that wears jeans and a t-shirt? Would you do it? And I said absolutely, without flinching. Without flinching. Like what do I care? I'm here to serve Hashem. That if the way that I'm going to serve Hashem is to wear jeans and t-shirt, so be it. I'll probably like before I see my rabbis, I'll probably warn them just so they don't look at me like I went off the deck, but I know that they would completely appreciate that, and I'll know that next time that after knowing that, when they'll see me, they'll just smile at me and think that I'm so great. And so I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about just getting this because the people that I care about, they appreciate real things, and the people that are into superficial things, so I don't care about them, right? So, but if I want to be part of, if I want to do something with my life, so I need to be part of a society. I'm not going to be able to do anything if I'm just in my own world. So in order to do anything, you have to be part of a society, and in any society, there's going to be rules they're going to have to follow. So that's great. Follow those rules. It doesn't matter because superficial things are superficial. Okay. What's the problem? The problem is when I start changing my essence. Okay. If the society that I'm trying to fit into, I'm nitzrach labios. If I feel that I need them, if I feel that I need the society, where in this society, so it's important to use vulgar language and to make dirty jokes, and it's important to be rude, and it's important to be to be obnoxious, and that's what they consider cool. So the more obnoxious you are, the cooler you are, right? So I condition myself and I teach myself to be rude and obnoxious because that's what other people look up to. Okay, this is being a fake person. Okay, this is horrible. That's called nitzrach lebrios in a very bad way, in a very sad way. So this is the second kind of. He writes here, ki hanitzrach lebrios. He brings from the Gemara. The Gemara says in Beitza, hanitzrach lebrios chayav enam chayim. A person who needs other people, so their lives are not lives. They don't have lives. Okay, so this is the danger. This is the danger of needing to fit in. Okay, the danger of needing to fit in is being fake. It's being fake people, and this is really quite the opposite of being a real person. Okay, so now what we still need to talk about is that these are the things that are holding us back from being real. This is our desire to show off and our desire to fit in, but we still that's what sheker is. That's what sheker is. But we still need to figure out how to be real. Like, who is this me? Who is this me that I want to connect to? And how do I get in touch with him or her? No, I don't mean for myself. I'm a boy. I'm totally.
You were just making me feel uncomfortable.
Right. No, I was really realizing that.
No, I laughed.
Yeah. Even though I do have my Torah that the Judaism doesn't believe in trans because souls do not have genders. Okay, so your inner self actually is not a guy or a girl. Okay, it's an it. Okay, so anyway. So next week is Zat Hashem. So we'll finally get to what is actually truth.
Oh,
what is
we're
actually
get to it now.
actually truth. Now our time is up. So stay tuned. So the cliffhanger, yes.
Next
So
no, it's the wedding next week. No, on Sunday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's good. All right. So stay tuned and stay true. L'chaim.